So what time is it right now? Second period. So you guys are probably all really tired, kind of bored, starting to school. So I'm gonna try to make your day a little bit more exciting. Start it off with kind of like an interesting speech about myself, and just a little bit about what I do and some of my personalities. If you didn't know this, I play football here for the Huskies. I'm a wide receiver for the sophomore team. I also have played football for 10 years, and so I'm really experienced with it, and it's a big part of my life. And I also, my dad also works with Notre Dame football, so Michaela would probably be giving me a bunch of, harassing me about the Michigan-Notre Dame game that happened on Saturday. But I also think that football kind of makes me like a better person. It makes me stronger, faster, and it also makes me tougher, so things don't bother me as much if I get hurt. Another big thing that I do, and that I've also played for 10 years, is baseball. I'm a pitcher, and I think that's really an important thing that's been a part of my life because it trains my mind to stay calm under pressure when the game's on the line, and that kind of leads into other things by staying calm under pressure, just like for the speech. And I think it also helps me to keep my composure, which is a really important thing, because if things aren't going my way, then I'm going to make sure that, like again, I stay calm and make sure that I can get through what I'm doing. All right, another thing that you guys probably don't know about me is that my main goal is to be very successful in the world of finance and investing. And I love the whole concept of investing and studying the market trends and patterns. And I've had a lot of success with this. I've been playing online stock games to get experience for real world trading that I like to be a part of when I'm older. I also, right now, I'm getting experience for this. I'm also being a writer for a finance and investing newsletter that is one of my neighbors sells out to people. So that's another really kind of a big part of my life and one of my main goals. Another thing that was my biggest fear, but now it is not, is paintball. I used to be like extremely afraid of paintball, and I know a lot of other people do, and Chandler, I see you smiling because we were just talking about that yesterday. But now I think that kind of has changed, and now it's like a fun recreational thing, and it keeps me active and entertained. And I also think it helps me with problem solving and executing goals, just being able to think through what I'm going to do. For example, if I'm in paintball and I'm having like a firefight with somebody else, thinking of my what I'm going to do to change, see how I can succeed through that, and how I'm going to end up winning. So now I told you guys a little bit about myself, that I play football and baseball. I think it helps my character and personality. Football makes me tougher, faster, and stronger, and I played that a lot, so that's a really big part of my life. And same thing with baseball, doing well under pressure and keeping my composure, not losing it when things don't go my way. And just part of the investing in paintball thing, that's kind of something that I do on my own and kind of like my private life. And that is just a huge part of my life. Thank you.
You may begin.
So, what is investing? Can anybody tell me what investing is? Doug?
It's putting money into a stock.
Yeah, that's one example of investing. But there's also multiple different types of investments that you make that I'm actually going to talk about later on in my speech. So really the definition of investing is to buy something that you're going to make a profit from, or you're going to gain back whatever you spent in that investment, and you're going to make a profit on top of that. All right. So this is basically you're meaning that you're going to buy something and you think you're going to benefit from that, or make a gain off of buying something. So like a stock, like Doug said, that you can make a gain off of, or you can make a loss off of. Alright, so now what is investing used for? Investing is used for pretty much anybody who is looking to make a money or a profit, but you can only invest if you have money. So pretty much the only people who can invest are people who do not have money. Investing is used for large corporations would use investing basically to raise their capital, and their capital is basically the amount of money that they have collected or they have, so that they can open up restaurants and stores to make sure that their company does better and thrives. Okay, so investing is basically in the world of business, like the heartbeat of business and the planet and the global economy, because this is where investors are buying and selling large amounts of commodities such as oil and gold, and they're also buying stocks like in the New York Stock Exchange. Alright, so this is pretty much the basics. Like I said from before, it's buying and selling or trading of something. And there's many different things that can be traded. So here's 3 examples right here: commodities, stocks, and bonds. Now these are probably 3 of the most popular investments that you would think of or that come to mind too. Commodities is the buying and selling of natural resources. Natural resources are things like oil, gold, bronze, wheat, corn, anything that you can think of that's like a natural resource. That buying and selling commodities, that's what that is. Stocks are buying and selling shares in a company. So you're going to be buying and selling basically parts of a company. So when you're buying stock, you're buying basically an ownership in this company. So when you're buying the ownership, that means that you are a partial owner. So when you go to sell that, you're looking to make a profit off of that, depending on how well the company performed during that quarter. If you want to sell it by the quarter or whenever you want to sell it, and then you're looking to make a profit off of the stock, how the company did. Now bonds are pretty much what is most popular. Is the government will sell bonds to make sure that they they're decreasing the rate at which they're getting in debt, because the U.S. government is in a lot of debt, so they sell bonds to slow down the rate of what they're getting in debt for, and they are saying that you'll get something in return once their debt returns back to regular state. Then there's also a couple more types besides stocks, commodities, and bonds. And those include mutual funds and real estate, and then futures and options. Futures and options are a little bit more complicated, so I'm not really going to talk about that too much. But mutual funds, a mutual fund is a collection of stocks, bonds, or other securities that are purchased professionally and managed by an investment firm. And so what an investment firm is they have professionals basically like going in and doing all your research for you and buying multiple different types of stocks that they think are going to do well for you. So that's basically their business, and you're paying them for what they're doing for you. Real estate, I think everybody knows here what real estate is. This is just buying and selling of properties or houses, and that's more of a longer term investment, while some other investments are could be shorter term and longer term at the same time. Okay, so these are the different types of instruments that I was just talking about. These are instruments of investing, and the instruments are stocks, like I said, commodities, real estate, anything that has to do with investing. Those are called instruments, and now different instruments are traded on different exchanges. So for example, the most popular New York Stock Exchange, that's self-explanatory, they trade stocks for the most part. And then also in Chicago, the Board of Trade, they mostly sell commodities, so they're selling natural resources. And alright, so now I'm going to teach you just a little bit about different types of market trends and different patterns that go on in the market and different significant events that happened in the past and are still continuing right now. So one example is something that a lot of people know about is the oil prices and how gas has been increasing significantly over the past 4 or 5 years. And that's all due to basically investors buying a lot of oil and trading lots of oil. And so since oil has been going up, the price of that natural resource, the commodity, that has to do with how much the gas prices for BP are going to cost. So you can kind of think of that. So say I think, okay, oil, that's going to go up. So then I'm thinking, okay, so if oil's going up, then how can I make a profit off of a different example of what's happening in the market? So I'm going to say, oil's going up, I'm going to buy some BP because I know BP's stock is going to go up because they're going to be making more money from how much people are going to be buying from gases. So you need to pay attention to every aspect of the market and see how other parts of the market affect the other parts to make sure you benefit off of it. Another example would be gold. So gold is just kind of like this is just kind of a basic example I came up with. And that has to do with if gold is increased, then you're going to want to buy into like a jewelry company. And so that's how you're going to affect the prices of that, is how gold is doing. And then GMCR is a Green Mountain Coffee Roaster Company. Their price has significantly increased from about $10 in the last five years and to $100. And so people have made a significant price on that, and I don't know why it is, but Wall Street loves kitchen utensils or kitchen appliances, and so they usually do really well. So that's something that you would notice if a new kitchen appliance company comes out. You're going to want to try to buy some of that because that's going to go up. All right, and so that's just a little bit about the market and buying and selling of investing, and just what I'm really into, and that's all about.